Perfect. This session is definitely perfect for those who are looking for remote work, virtual assistant job or an executive assistant job. Okay, that's 2 p.m. And again, welcome everybody. Right now, how many we are? We are at 74 in the room. So I'm very excited and thank you so much for joining us here today. We do have people joining in from outside the Philippines. So this session will be an English only session. If ever you guys get cut off, you don't have to worry because this session is recorded. So you will be able to rewatch this session via the Jobstreet app and as well as my YouTube channel. So let's begin. Um, what we're going to discuss for today is about inbox management and delegation. Now, inbox management and delegation are the, if not the most important skill that and task that an executive assistant or a virtual assistant will do. Delegation, speaking of just delegation, it actually is a skill that will definitely set you apart from others, from other virtual assistants. This will definitely level up your game as a general VA or as an executive VA. So again, we'd like, before we start the rest of the session, let's all thank Jobstreet by Seek for having us today and for being our partner for this webinar. So if you guys don't have Jobstreet accounts yet, I highly suggest you create because Jobstreet is the OG platform for job searching. I've been using Jobstreet since I was in college when I first started looking for work. So if you guys no longer have connects or credits in OLJ and Upwork, then it's high time that we use Jobstreet because they have an amazing platform. They have revamped their platform with the use of with the help of AI, just checking your profile and matching you to jobs that are available on their platform. So make sure that you start creating your accounts. Perfect. So let's start. First up, what we're going to discuss is, of course, to define the terms of what our topic is for today. First up is inbox management. So inbox management is one of the most common things or task that you will be doing for your clients. Um, so let's just define first what inbox management is. So inbox management involves organizing and prioritizing email messages systematically. Key aspects include prioritization based on urgency, categorization into folders, and the use of filters for automation, all aimed at maintaining efficiency and ensuring prompt responses. So, inbox management is what you need to do to help your client reach what we call inbox zero. Later, I'm going to explain to you what inbox zero is. That's the goal of inbox management. Inbox management is also a skill or a task that we do for our clients to make sure that that when they look at their inbox, the only thing that they will see are important emails that needs their attention and nothing else. And that's where we come in as executive VAs because our executives no longer have the time to clean their inbox because of their very, very busy schedule. So later on, I will help or I will let you know what we can, what tools and features of Gmail you can use to help you become the best executive virtual assistant or the best virtual assistant to handle your client's inbox. The next thing that we're going to learn for today is delegation. so with So what is delegation? um, the simplest way to put it is when your executive delegate tasks to you as their virtual assistant or an executive VA. But what's important now for us as you being an executive VA is, gosh, sorry. I hope this is not noisy. I hope we're still suppressing the sound. Tracy, please let me know if we're hearing any background noise. There are just some people passing by. Okay. So delegation is actually what will set you apart from other virtual assistants. Why? Because when you talk about being a general VA or a VA, usually you only follow what your client will tell you what to do. Like, for example, your client will tell you on a Monday, these are the things that you're going to do. On a Tuesday, these are the reports that you're going to send. On a daily basis, you're just going to make calls and you are just going to submit whatever goals and KPIs that I will require from you. Perfect. Thank you so much. Um, okay, so that's what a general VA usually does, or a virtual assistant usually does. But if you want to be the next level, you want to be different from most of the general VAs, delegation is something that you have to make sure that you highlight in your profile. So what does it mean? It means that as a virtual assistant, you are skilled to recognize or to identify tasks that you can delegate for yourself. And what is the implication on that with inbox management? Once you have access to your client's inbox, it is actually a it's actually a home or a repository, a gold mine of tasks that you can assign for yourself. You can view all of your clients' communication, all of your clients' plans, and even without your client asking you to do things, you can already identify tasks that you can delegate for yourself. And that would definitely set you apart from other virtual assistants. The fact that you don't have to wait for your client to tell you what to do, but you are already helping your client by taking off tasks from their shoulders, taking off burden from the list of things that they're going to do without them asking you to do it. Okay? So that's what executive virtual assistants do. And that's what is going to set you apart from other general VAs. And that's what we're going to learn today. We're going to learn how to optimize your client's inbox, and we're also going to learn how to identify the different delegation tasks that you can delegate for yourself. Moving on, here is the goal that we have for inbox management. First goal that we have here is inbox sweep. And of course, the end goal is definitely reaching inbox zero. So how are we going to define inbox sweep? It's a systematic process of organizing and cleaning up an email inbox by reviewing and addressing emails to reduce clutter, organize content, and ensure the proper handling of important messages. Simply put, it is what you do on a daily basis, first thing in the morning and last thing before you log out, is to do either a quick or a thorough inbox sweep. So when you do an inbox sweep, it's what, sorry, Tracy, pa-mute na lang. So when you do inbox sweep, it's actually really literally going through your client's email and looking how you're going to clean your client's email. So during the beginning of your relationship with your client, what you're going to do is actually identify what labels can be used, what filters can be used. And you can also start organizing them by their folders. So on a daily basis, what you're going, and this is nonstop. This is something, inbox sweep is something that you will do every day with your client. It's not something that you're just going to do for the first week of your relationship or the first month. No, this is a continuous task that you will do on a daily basis. So what you're going to do is inbox sweep in the morning. So before your client logs in for work and before your client checks their email, you will be the one to first check their email. You will check which emails needs your client's attention. You will identify how you're going to label such email. For example, you will label an email as an urgent email that your client needs to respond immediately. Or you can label an email as a read through email wherein your client doesn't need to respond, but he just needs to read through it. And you can actually be the one to identify what type of labels your client needs. But that's what you're going to do. And then what you're also going to do during inbox sweep is already create replies or email drafts for your client. When we say email drafts, you will reach the point where you already know the attitude of your client on how he replies to emails. So what you're going to do is you're going to create email replies already, but you're going to leave it as a draft so that when your client checks in for work and goes through his inbox, he will see those messages, unread messages, and he will see that there is already a drafted reply. All he has to do is check it and send it or add on more details if he wants to. But that's something that we're going to do also as a virtual assistant. And we're also going to learn how to do that today. Once you're done with your inbox sweep, what the goal or the end goal is to reach inbox zero. So for inbox zero, it doesn't mean that everything should already be unread and all of your client's inbox is already, it's clean and nothing is unread. That's not what inbox zero is. What inbox zero is making sure that the only thing your client sees when he opens his inbox is the things that needs his attention. Like things that are urgent, things that he needs to reply to, things that he needs to read. So those are the only thing that he needs to see. Usually, if your client receives multiple emails a day, you will do inbox sweep probably 3 times a day as well. Once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and then once before you clock out for work. Excuse me. So that's what the goal is of inbox management. Now, how are we going to reach inbox zero? You're going to wonder, like, am I supposed to move everything manually? Am I supposed to read everything and move them to different folders, create labels and tags? Actually, no. There are Gmail features that we have. Even Yahoo Mail, and Outlook Mail also has these these different features that that would help you automate the hold on. Help you automate the process of inbox sweep so that you can consistently reach your client's inbox zero. Okay. And these are the Google Mail Gmail features. They also have these features in Outlook and Yahoo. But since the most common email that we use is Gmail, then these are the Gmail features that we can use to help us automate and reach inbox zero for our client. So we have here filters, labels, templates, and schedule send. So for filters, this is the feature of Gmail where you can automatically filter emails to go to a specific label. Now, labels is actually what we are familiar with as folders. But with Gmail, the term that they use for these folders are labels. So when we filter an email, for example, we filter an email that arrives or an email that is sent by, let's say, Mia at miahuan.com or mia@gmail.com. You will assign a filter for all emails coming in from mia@gmail.com to go directly to a label that says Mia1. And you can even filter it out to not go through the inbox already, to the main inbox of your client. So for example, your client receives emails from his human resource department. And the human resource emails are just, he's always just copied or CC'd in these emails. So it's not actually directed to him, but it's just that he needs to know some of these things, or he just really needs to be included in this folder. So for those emails to no longer populate your client's main inbox, you can filter them out to go directly to a label or to a folder that you created, um, named human resource folder. And then it will all just go there, and it will no longer go to your client's inbox. So when you do your inbox sweep, you don't have to move anything or all of those emails manually to their folder, but they already actually go directly to those folder. So everything that will go to your client's main inbox will just be the important emails that your client needs to see or you need to review for your client. Okay. For the labels, this is just like I mentioned, this is the folder. So you can create multiple folders, subfolders. You can create different archives that will definitely help you organize your client inbox and reach inbox zero. Another thing that will help you in inbox management and not just for reaching inbox zero is templates. So you can create different templates in Gmail, wherein if you create, let's say, uh similar replies, or let's say you're going to create um packages or something or like that, anything that is that you will just type all over again, you can actually create templates wherein it will automatically populate your um compose or the body of your email. So that's one way for you to optimize and automate your email. Schedule send is another feature that has nothing to do with reaching inbox zero, but it's very important feature that you can use to also automate your work to make things easier for you. So schedule send is a feature wherein you can schedule sending out emails. So for example, you need to send out emails for birthday greetings, anniversaries, newsletters. You can already, if you already have those birthday greetings, for example, for your client, you can already sit down today. Let's say it's already December. So you can start creating all of your birthday greetings for the rest of 2024. And then you can automatically send them depending on the birthday of that person. So you can create all of your birthday greetings, anniversary greetings in just one sitting. By using schedule send, you can already finish your all of your greetings for the rest of the year. So those are the important features that you need to know. Perfect. On. Okay. Now that we know the different features and how we're going to reach inbox zero, the next thing that we're going to learn is to identify or understand your clients' pain points in inbox management. So, just like I mentioned, reaching inbox zero is the goal of inbox management. So, how are you going to find out how you're going to optimize your client's inbox? For you to be able to understand the preferences of your client's inbox, you have to understand what your client's pain points are. So when we talk about pain points, these are the issues that your client is experiencing with his or her inbox. So he can provide you with pain points like, I receive thousands of emails every day from subscriptions from newsletters. I receive emails from people or from different departments that I really don't need to read. So knowing those pain points will definitely help you plan how to optimize your client's inbox and how you will conduct your daily inbox sweep to reach the inbox zero for your client. So once you understand your client's pain points, what's going to happen is you're going to help your client customize their inbox. So that's when filters and labels come in. Another way, what's another end goal or another result once you understand your client's pain points is the efficiency improvement. Sorry. Okay. Efficiency improvement. So this is you identifying and addressing was this addressing your client's pain points to streamline their workflows and of course saving time and resources. So this is when um efficiency happens when you reach your client's inbox zero. And another result, of course, is client satisfaction. Once you understand your client's calendar, you understand their pain points, at the end of the day, they will be very happy because their inbox no longer shows 3,000 unread messages, but it will only show 5 or 10 unread messages that definitely just needs their attention. Next, of course, is alignment of your goals. So at the end of the day, the goal is inbox zero. So when you understand what your client's issues are, you can definitely reach the most efficient and effective inbox zero for your client. And finally, risk mitigation is something that is also very important because this is where you address potential issues when you identify your client's pain points. So once you understand what your client's issues are with his inbox, you can actually already forecast what his future issues are. So you can already was this prevent any issues from happening further and disrupting whatever it is that you um fixed on your client's inbox. Next thing that you need to learn in inbox management is knowing who your client stakeholders are. When we talk about stakeholders, these are the important people in the lives of your client. They can have personal stakeholders and professional stakeholders. So with stakeholders in the professional setting, these are his directors, managers that he always talks to directly. And these are, when you identify who these stakeholders are, you would definitely know that these people are the ones that the emails coming from these people are the emails that should always be in your client's main inbox. Same goes for personal stakeholders. This might be their partner, their spouse, their kids, their parents. Once you've identified who their stakeholders are, you will be able to um, optimize your client's inbox. So knowing the pain points in your client stakeholders happens during your onboarding session or the first few meetings with your client when you are still trying to get to know each other. So make sure that you don't forget to ask what your client's inbox pain points are, and who their stakeholders are at the beginning of your relationship. So you can have a flawless transition and you can also provide the best output for your client in terms of inbox management. Okay, perfect. So that's the first part of our inbox management. Now we move on to another skill that you need to do for your clients in inbox management, which is creating email drafts. So, sorry, let me drink water. Can you ask for water? Okay, so for email drafting, these are the different parts of the email that you should always be aware of. Okay, and you have to make sure that whenever you create an email, all of these parts should be included in your email. You have your opening. So your opening usually is "Hi Mia," "Dear Mia." So this is where the recipient's name falls. Next part is your greeting. So always make sure that there is a greeting because the greeting sets the tone of your email. So a greeting can be, "I hope you had a great weekend. How are you today? I hope you're having a great day." Those are the different greetings that you can use. In between the greeting and the call to action, we have the main body of the email. So after you writing the main body of the email, you always have to make sure that you have a call to action before you close your email. A call to action is um it's like you telling the recipient what he needs to do to make sure that you are able to close the discussion. So a call to action can be, I expect your response within 24 hours, or please provide me with the report in 3 hours, or please let me know if you have any questions, to clarifying questions. You have to tell them that please provide me with the answers to my questions above in 2 hours or in 3 hours. So always make sure that you have a call to action if ever you need results from the recipient. The next part, of course, is the closing. Again, same as the greeting. This is, you use the greeting and your closing to set the tone of the email. Why is it important to set the tone? Because it's very hard to convey your feelings through just an email, compared to when you're talking in person to the recipient. So you have to make sure that you maintain mutual respect and a very professional and a friendly a tone all throughout your email. Just so they don't need to, they don't misinterpret your message. And the last part, of course, will be your signature. So your signature, of course, is very important because this will show um, who is sending the email. So you have to make sure that you include your name. Okay? So now that we know the different parts of the email, this is where our first activity starts. So please ready your chats, or chat box, or you can even raise your hand if you would like to answer what the question is. So this is a sample email. You can read through it, and then I will ask you the different parts of the email. So we do have the opening, the greeting, the call to action, the closing, and the signature. You can either raise your hand if you would like to answer, or you can put it in the chat box. So first question would be, can you write what is the greeting of this email? I don't have prizes, guys. Sorry, but your participation is greatly appreciated. So we have the first one from Helen, and looks like everybody is getting the right answer. The greeting is "Hi, Matt." That's correct. So the greeting would always include the name of the recipient. So great job, guys. Next up, of course, we're going. Sorry, no. Um, Nope, sorry. Not hi Matt. I'm sorry about that. I said the greeting. So hi Matt is the opening. The greeting is something else. We got the correct answer from people. I trust this email finds you well. Sorry about that. Um there you go. So we have what's this greeting is, I trust this email finds you well. And the opening, guys, is the hi Matt. Perfect. Um Next up, of course, we have the call to action. Can you guys identify the call to action? Could you please provide insights? Sorry. There you go. Yeah. So the sentence that starts with "could you please provide?" Correct. So everybody understands the different parts. Now let's go to the closing. Yep, that's correct. So we have the sentence that starts with, I appreciate your dedication to the project and look forward to your prompt response. Perfect. And of course, I think this is one of the easiest part as well, the signature. Best regards, Andrew. Perfect. So great job, guys. I'm so very, very thankful that you guys are very participative. I really appreciate that. Perfect. So looks like we understand the different parts of the email. Now, I mentioned earlier that one of the things that you are going to do as a virtual assistant is, or an executive VA, is to create email drafts for your client. Now, your client sends out different emails to different people. you have to identify the different categories of who these people are. This might be their stakeholders as well. So they fall in different categories. These categories usually, or the most common categories, is their family, their friends, their colleague, or and their acquaintance. When we say acquaintance, this is neither their family, not their friends, and not their colleagues as well. This may be some business partner outside of the company, or maybe a vendor. Um, so now that once you categorize those emails, you are going to identify how your client, what the opening of your client is whenever he sends out an email to a family or a friend or a colleague. And then you proceed to recognizing what the greeting your client uses whenever he sends an email or a message to a family or friend. Same goes for the call to action, the closing, and the signature. So just like you, I'm sure whenever you message a family member, your greeting or your closing or the way you say goodbye is totally different from when you send out messages to a colleague or your superior. It's also very different when you send out messages or greetings to a close friend or somebody who's neither your friend, family, or colleague. Same goes for our client. They also have different ways of writing emails to different people in their lives. So for you to be able to make sure that you can draft an email for your client properly is to identify how they write those emails. And what will help you is to create a database just like this. Okay. First up, when you begin to have access to your client's email, you can start, when you do your inbox sweep, you can already start identifying, since you already know your client stakeholders, personal and professional, you can start identifying probably 10 to 20 emails for family, for friends, for colleagues, for acquaintances, and then start writing or writing down the most common opening, greeting, call to action, and closing and signature. And then once you know how your client writes their emails to these specific categories or stakeholders, you can already start drafting emails for your client. You don't actually have to ask permission to your client if you can start drafting. You can actually just create maybe 1 to 3 draft emails and then tell your client after you do your inbox sweep that, hi client, I actually tried creating sample drafts for you for 3 emails. You can review it and give me a feedback. If you feel like this is something you like, I can definitely continue doing this for you. Drafting emails is actually one of the best tasks that you can delegate for yourself. You have to understand that as a virtual assistant or as an executive virtual assistant, it's very important that your client always has new tasks to delegate to you so that he can always feel how important you are. You have to make sure that your client knows that they cannot live without you. So having new tasks and delegating more tasks for yourself is very important. Okay, later on, if you have any questions, we will have a question and answer portion after the presentation. So just park your questions and I'll give you the floor later on. I definitely made time for that. So that's for our inbox management. Now we move on to delegation. Like I mentioned earlier, delegation is a task or a skill that will definitely set you apart from other general virtual assistants or virtual assistants. This is something that you can definitely leverage once you've practiced delegation skills. This is something that you can definitely highlight in your portfolio that you are great at. So, like I mentioned earlier, delegation skill is when you are able to identify tasks that you can delegate to yourself. And to help you um, make things easy for when you try to identify tasks for yourself, I created 3 different delegation tasks or 3 different levels of tasks that you can delegate for yourself. So we have the basic, the advanced, and the complex. Okay, so for the basic task, this task usually requires minimal client approval, and this task usually takes around 30 minutes to complete. The different type of tasks that we can identify as basic task is, for example, creating an flight recommendation. When you're looking at your client's inbox, for example, you're doing your usual inbox week. You see a conversation between your client and um his wife. And you see there that your client says that, hey, do you have any plans? Oh, our anniversary is coming up. Would you like to go on a vacation? And would you like to go out of the country, an out of the country vacation? And then you see that they haven't planned anything yet, or the wife hasn't responded yet, or something like that. You can actually look at your client's calendar or look at your client's history as to when they went last. You can look at the flight tickets on your client's inbox. And then what you can do is you can email your client and say that, or send him a message and say that, hey, client, I see that you are planning a vacation with your wife for your anniversary. Here are some suggested places that you can go to. So those are tasks that you don't need your client's approval for you to do. You can also, for example, know that just like this, it's the year end, and you see that your client hasn't started any Christmas shopping. You can actually, and you know who your client stakeholders are already, like who their family members are, who their managers are, or like that. You can actually already create, let's say, a Christmas list. You can say that, hey, client, here is a Christmas list that I have created for you. Let me know if there's anything from this gift list that you like. And then your client can just make a comment. So that's the basic tasks. Again, basic tasks are tasks that you can delegate for yourself, even without your client's approval. Advanced tasks now are tasks that would take longer for you to complete. And this usually requires for your client's approval before you can start doing. So the sample task for this one are conducting lead generation activities. So for example, you see that your client is looking to hire more people. You can actually ask your client that, hey, client, I see that you or probably someone resigned. You can tell your client that I see one of the managers resigned. Would you like me to start searching for new applicants? And then your client all has to say is yes or no. So you can say, yep, you can start doing that, or no, not yet. We don't need that for now. Um, so this is just a simple yes or no from your client is the advanced tasks. Now we move on to the more complex task. The complex task is usually takes more than 2 hours to complete, sometimes days or weeks. So this is something like doing research, what's this, event planning, case studies. So these are tasks that would definitely need you and your clients what's this co-working together. So it's a task wherein your client needs to review it, and then you have to make any changes or some changes like that. So those are the different tasks that you can do. Now, delegate, you can definitely use your client's inbox as a repository of tasks, or the repository of things that you can delegate to yourself. So now that you know the different delegation tasks, um, y- this actually is quite hard. When I was an executive assistant with my client, um, uh, it was very hard to identify which task is um, basic, which task is advanced, which task is complex. And sometimes it's really quite hard to find things that you can delegate for yourself. So this is something that you need to train your mind muscle to do and to recognize. Okay. So we're going to do that now. we're going to have a quick practice in terms of training your mind to identify the different tasks. Okay, so this is another activity. Before I show you the activity, I'm going to say the mechanics. So you can just also put in the chat box whether a specific task is will fall under basic task, advanced task, or complex task. So you can was this you just have to choose from the three. You just comment it on our chat box. I will read the scenario or the task itself, and then you will comment whether it falls on basic, advanced, or complex. You don't have to write task, you just write basic, advanced, or complex. Okay, here we go. Okay, wait for me to read the task first before you comment what task it falls to. So, I'm not going to be able to move it. Hold on, let me change the view. One moment. I have to remove the presentation view. Hold on. One moment. Let me, so that this can be interactive. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, perfect. So, oops, what happened? Sorry. Okay, here we go. So let me read the task first before you comment what delegation task it falls under. Okay, first up, basic search on industry trends, which, yeah, very fast, basic. Okay, perfect. Okay, next up, compiling a list of contact information. Basic, does it fall under basic? Let me check one moment. Let me see. I have notes. I might make a mistake. Compiling a list of contact information. Let's see, let's see. Yes, you guys are correct. We are basic. Ah, amazing. You're going to see the answers. Sorry. Wait. Okay, hold on. Now, there we go. Okay. Hala. Baka you saw na the answers. Anyway, okay, next. Conducting a comprehensive case study of industry challenges. Complex. Yes, that's correct. Let's move that to complex. Next, drafting. This is drafting a content calendar for social media management. Oh, wait. Drafting a content. Let's see where it falls. Hold on. Okay, so that would fall under advance, correct? So I can see people answering advance. Perfect. Next, in-depth analysis of market data strategic plan. There you go, complex. Perfect. Next, organizing and coordinating a high-profile corporate event. Let me double check again. We have a mix of answers, complex and basic. Organizing. Okay, perfect. So it falls under complex. Okay, we have three more. Drafting a standard email response. Yes, perfect. Looks like everybody got it right. It falls under basic. And I believe the rest of the questions or the scenarios falls under advanced. We have creating a detailed project plan with timelines and conducting market research competitor strategies. Perfect. So I hope you were able to train your minds into recognizing which are the um, different delegation tasks. Let me just go back to my presentation. Hold on. Perfect. So those are the different things or the important things that you should learn and skill that you should have as an general virtual assistant or an executive virtual assistant. So today we learned inbox management skill, and delegation. Delegation is very important. Delegation is not only actually used in inbox management. The next webinar that we're going to have with Jobstreet is about calendar management and delegation for calendar management. We don't have the dates yet for this webinar, but definitely we will send you a newsletter once this is. We already have the date for that next webinar. So today we learned again inbox management and delegation. Take note, guys, delegation is very important if you really want to level up as a general VA or an executive VA. And thank you so much for watching. Now, before I proceed to teaching you how to create your JobStreet account and also providing you your certificates for joining, do you have any questions? You can raise your hand if you'd like to unmute. Don't go yet because we will still give you your certificates, or we will let you know how you're going to get your certificates for attending today. So don't go yet. If you have any questions, you can chat it on the chat box, or you can also raise your hand if you have any questions. No questions about Athena or any applications. Questions mostly on the work itself, like what we've learned for today. I hope you guys learned a lot. Please comment if you liked our session for today, if you like the topic. For those who are asking for the presentation, oh, we have a question. But for those who are asking for the presentation, I will send it to you via the newsletter. So if you haven't signed up, if you saw this link via the NAS.io event, I will send this to you or the presentation via the newsletter in NAS.io. This session is also recorded. I will send you, or you will see the recording on Jobstreet, the Jobstreet platform, as well as on my YouTube channel. So we have one question here from Len. What if, okay, I'll try to translate into English because we have foreigners in the room. What if the client is not comfortable to share the email and password? Can we use LastPass? Yes, LastPass or 1Password is a password sharing tool. So you can definitely use that if your client is not comfortable sharing their emails and password. Pwede po kaming, pwede po kaming parehong nakalogin sa email. Okay, so can me and my client be logged in at the same time in one email? Yes, you can. You can be logged in at the same time. I like the session. Thank you. I love the topic. Thank you. I hope you learned a lot. How to do filter for incoming or outgoing messages. So when you're using Gmail, just go to the settings and look for filters. And then you can already see there the different type of filters that you can use. It's very, very easy to understand. Thank you. Thank you so much. Extend 1 hour. Oh, I hope we can extend. Would an advanced task be a complex one for those with less VA experience? Um, it can be complex for those who don't have experience, especially if it would take them more time. But um actually what can also happen is advanced tasks or even the basic task can be upgraded into an advanced and then complex depending on um how your client wants to have, if your client wants to have more information or if he would require you to do more research, then it can upgrade to the next type of task. Sana pag nag-assessment application ganun yung exams. Oo, pwede. How to know if it's too personal, the email content? Ooh, that's a great question. So since you have access to your client's email, you will definitely see very personal information. So how would you know if it's too personal? If it has something to do with their health, it's very personal already. Something to do with their finances is very important. Like for example, you're talking about their um trust funds. If health is number one, um the rest is something that I think you can already do. Oh, and legal stuff, like for example, if they're in a court case or something, that's also sensitive. So those are the two personal content. My evaluation link. What's evaluation link? Sorry. Does Jobstreet work like Upwork or OLJ? Kind of. I will show you. Okay. Do you have previous sessions before? Where could we check or watch? The previous session was about final interview tips. I've already posted that on YouTube, and then we also have. I'm not sure if it was already posted on Jobstreet, but it's definitely on YouTube already. How to create a label. You can also see that on Gmail. When you look at your Gmail on the right left side of the screen, you will see there it says labels. So you just hit the plus button and then you can start creating different labels already. Recommended VPN. The best VPN is NordLayer. Uh, how do I enroll in your classes? I really want to learn more from you. Tracy, can you send a direct message to Azuzu for the direct classes? How to create a sample of your work is a beginning VA to show in portfolio. You can use, I only use Canva templates for that. Can you suggest any VA jobs? Yes, I can. We can actually go to that already. Okay. Um, Let me stop sharing my screen. I will show you now how to use Jobstreet to your advantage because we know currently that um what's this, OLJ and Upworks uses connects when you want to apply. Currently on Jobstreet, I believe we don't have. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Our team from Jobstreet are also here with us. So please correct me if I'm wrong, but I know there are no connects or points in Jobstreet. I've been using Jobstreet for years and never experienced any connects. So this is Jobstreet right now. If you're going to create your profile, it's actually kind of um, similar to LinkedIn already, which is what I love, but it's easier here in Jobstreet. And of course, how it looks like, it's so much better. It's very easy to understand. So all you have to do is create your profile, and this is how your profile would look like. It will even tell you your profile strength. So the personal summary, I just use ChatGPT for this. And then you have your career history. Make sure that you put in as detailed as possible your education, any licenses that you have, skills that you would like to highlight, languages that you know how to use. If you already have a resume, you can upload an existing resume. But if you don't have one, you don't have to worry because here in JobStreet, you can actually create your profile first and then you can use the create resume so that the JobStreet can actually create a resume for you based on the profile that you created. All you have to do is just download the PDF format or the Word document for that resume. Now, the great thing also with JobStreet, once you create your profile, all you have to do is just go to job search. And here you can see by the use, I believe, of their AI, they already, based on your profile, they will already show you the recommended jobs that you can apply to. So just click on view all. And here you can see all of the different job that is available for you. Okay. For example, you would like this one. Here you can already see what the job is all about. You can click on quick apply or you can click on save if you'd like to review for later. there. And then if you would like to do your own job search, you can use the different keywords here, classification. If you'd like a specific region, if you want it to be fully remote, you can also look for direct clients or companies here if you don't want to go through an agency. Yes, I hope Jobstreet won't add connects. I hope so also. Does Athena look at our profiles in Jobstreet? Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure about that. Hmm. Perfect. So that's Jobstreet. So please make sure that you create your account. You can also install the app. The great thing with app is they have what we call Seek in the Jobstreet app on your phone, whether it's iPhone or Android. And then all you have to do is you can watch videos, tutorials from me, from other content creators who will help you in search for the career that you want. So it's like they have their own what's this different videos and tutorials from different content creators. Where can we get the certificate? Okay, perfect. So Tracy will post it here. There, Tracy just posted. For you to be able to get the certificate, all you have to do is click the link and you will be directed to my thread on Jobstreet. All you have to do is comment on the thread about your feedback for our session for today, and Jobstreet will send you the the certificate to your email. But you have to make sure that you create your Jobstreet account first before you can comment on our thread. So make sure to copy and paste this link or copy this link, save it on your notes, and then go back to it once you have your Jobstreet account and then comment on that thread. And Jobstreet will send you your certificate for today's session. Okay, so we have 4 minutes to go. Let me answer a few more questions. I need to know the specs for the device. Please go to athenago.com to check out the specs. For part-timers, is it advisable to use different job profiles or resume for VA only? You can definitely use different job profiles from different job boards. But for your resume, I highly suggest to only have one. Where do I message you if I want to enroll in your classes? You can join the free learning center. All of the links to my classes are there. The events, just go to the event section of my learning center via NAS.io. Tracy will post that again later on. Is there a cut sa salary? Nope. Can find your thread on Jobstreet. Just copy that link. It should open to the thread. If it's not showing on your desktop, it will show on your phone. I think the thread is not yet available on the website. It's only available through the mobile devices. For EAs, do we need to have a portfolio? No. Is it Discord? No. You can also go to Discord. The links will be there as well. There is a recording, yes. Make sure to download the there you go. Make sure to download the Jobstreet app first on your phone and access the link to your mobile from your mobile device. There, Tracy just posted the link to the NAS.io. All of the classes that I have will be in the events page of that that link for our free learning center. How to access the recording? We will post it on our YouTube, and probably we will post this on our YouTube by next week. And you will also see it on Jobstreet. I hope you guys learned a lot. Okay, so I'm going to give back 1 minute of your time. Thank you so much. And again, let's all thank Jobstreet for being our host for today. Um, we are going to have another session for inbox management and delegation soon. Make sure to join the NAS.io community so that you will be alerted once that event date is already posted. Again, thank you so much, everyone. You have been such a great audience. Thank you for participating. I hope you learned a lot. Again, let's all thank Jobstreet for today's session. Again, the certificate will be given to you once you comment on the thread. I will also send the link to the thread via email to all those who registered via our NAS.io event page. I will send it all to you to your email. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. You all have a great day and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye guys. You have for the threads again, you have to install the app on your phone. You will be able to access the thread link via the app of Jobstreet. Hindi rin gumagana sa phone. Okay. As long as you are in the registration portal of the NAS.io, we'll send it via there as well. I'll coordinate with Jobstreet to make sure that everybody will be able to receive their certificate. We'll make sure that you will be able to access the link. We will send you the link of the threads via email. Don't worry, guys. I'll send you the link via email. Okay, perfect, guys. Thank you so much. You all have a great day. I will see you again on our next session. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye. Thank you, Jobstreet. Ending the call now. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Mia.
Thank you, Jobstreet team. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tracy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.